What up, dude bros? I'm Frank. This is a video review of the Tovol Zerky Sponge Grenade Blaster, a cheapo, off-brand oddball blaster that shoots these weird darts. They look like mortar rounds and the spring propulsion is in the ammo itself, not in the blaster. Kind of a goofy out there blaster. Let's get into it. Included is the blaster, red dot, and 8 missiles. External overview of the blaster, starting up at the front. There's no in-strike barrel lug, but it's got 2 barrels side by side to load. You can just front load your ammo like that. But this doesn't operate like a lot of Nerf blasters. The spring is not actually in the blaster itself. The spring is in the ammo. So when you shove the ammo into the barrel, you're just using the little rod that's placed inside the barrel, which pushes into this little hole, priming the spring, and then you use the catch or the trigger in the blaster to launch the dart. So the propulsion is different, but after you load it, you can shoot it just like a normal spring Nerf blaster. The ammo itself is mostly foam, but the back tip is plastic. And these do not tend to fly in a stable way. They tumble quite a bit, so you might hit your target with the plastic. Look out for that. I was a little deceived when I purchased this on Amazon. I thought this ammo was going to be larger. Compared to a Mega, and especially a Mega XL round, this doesn't look anything like a mortar round. So slightly disappointed in that, but this video is mostly for entertainment and to scare anyone away from purchasing this blaster. I'm not trying to convince anyone to buy it. But you'll see the tumbling ammo in the firing demo. Back to the external overview. Down here we have a shotgun grip, which can move back and forth. It accomplishes absolutely nothing. It doesn't do anything. You can just do that for fun if you want to. Moving back, we have 3 Picatinny-style rails. They're not real Picatinny rails, their dimensions are off, but it does fit the included red dot sight just fine. And this red dot's a good example of something that looks cool. It makes your blaster look cool, your friends think you look cool, but when you go to aim, it's not going to help you at all. It actually hinders your visibility because now I can't see over the blaster. So what's more important, shooting accurately or looking cool? Looking cool, obviously. Now back to the trigger. The trigger pull is pretty unique. It's a 2-stage trigger, so it feels like a rough cut trigger, meaning you can pull the trigger halfway just to fire one of the rounds, and then you pull it all the way to pull the second, or you pull really hard and you shoot both at once, like a shotgun. But the trigger pull itself is really mushy. This is not a crisp trigger. It doesn't feel good at all. And it's a little bit tricky to get the 2-stage trigger to work correctly. If you're having a hard time pulling just one at a time, put more of your finger into the trigger, which makes it easier to activate the first stage of the trigger without activating the second until you want to. And I had a few cases where it was loaded, I was pulling on the trigger moved, but the mechanism was so sloppy that I was not able to actually drop the catch. So I couldn't fire, and eventually I slammed the blaster around and it would finally reset. So the trigger's a little mushy. It worked most of the time, but it got kind of annoying. Even at this price point, I was expecting a little more. Moving back, we have an on-off switch for the sound, so when I push that on and I pull the trigger, the sound activates. Yeah, so those are the sound effects included with this blaster. Why they were chosen, I don't know. Do you? Does anybody? The guy that chose them doesn't even know what's going on. It's a shotgun that shoots mortar rounds and has the sound effects of a handgun and a laser gun. Huh. What's going on? This is a glitch in the Matrix, dude. This isn't even real. Anyways, those are the sound effects. Moving on to the grip. This grip is smaller than average and a little bit tight up in the middle finger area, and the trigger guard is also pretty small, so overall it's a very cramped experience. I have long fingers, but they're not especially fat, and it was a little bit tight and cramped up in here. So you're gonna have smaller than average hands to be comfortable on this blaster, but if you have regular sized hands, you can make it work just fine. I don't think many people are gonna buy this blaster, so it really doesn't matter, but at this point, why am I still reviewing this? What is my function? Those random, deep existential moments when you just analyze your root code for a moment and you're like, wait, why is that the way that it is? What is the nature of reality? But that is an external overview of this blaster. Now I'll show you it firing. Operating this blaster was mildly entertaining for like 5 or 10 minutes, and then it just kind of grew boring. The firing velocity is really bad, the accuracy is pretty bad, and the ammo doesn't look cool flying through the air because it just tumbles randomly. I like my ammo to shoot like a dart, like it's designed to be shot. That's what like ammo is for. It's not as much fun, it's not as satisfying for me to shoot ammo like this. I did experience a few trigger malfunctions where I would load in ammo, it was primed, I could mechanically pull on the trigger, but the catch would not disengage. It would require me slapping the blaster around a little bit, and then it would finally go off and kind of reset and be fine fine for a while. And it kept coming back and then going away and coming back. It was kind of annoying. So it works most of the time, but it's not crisp, it's not smooth, it's not a super fun blaster to use. To compare this blaster to others, I put it up on my chronograph, and with the included weirdo ammo, I achieved an average velocity of 27 feet per second. There's nothing else that shoots this ammo, so I can't compare it to anything, but it shoots way slower than Nerf Mega and Nerf Mega XL and even Elite. It shoots really slow. You have to lob your shots. The performance is way under average. That's the objective information I can provide. Now to my personal opinion. Overall, I'm pretty underwhelmed at this product. It technically works, but it doesn't do a very good job, and it's not very fun to use. The firing velocity is just far too slow to be useful to me, plus the ammo tumbles a lot, so it's not like super satisfying to shoot even at targets. The trigger was mushy and the grip's not comfortable, so I didn't have a very good emotional response to using the blaster. So in my opinion, it just doesn't serve a purpose. What does it do well? Nothing. But that's just my opinion. Now to the question to buy or not to buy. I can't see anyone purchasing this blaster and actually being happy with it. If you want a cool looking shotgun for props and stuff, there are better options available. If you want a blaster that shoots weird ammo, there's weirder, cooler ammo than this. This is so close to a Mega or a Mega XL round, I'd really recommend you go buy one of those blasters instead of this one. So I don't see anyone buying this and being satisfied with the purchase, but hopefully I've laid out all the objective information for you to make an educated purchase decision on your own. If you're interested in buying one of these, I'll put a purchase link in the description box below. That concludes this video review. Thanks so much for watching, bros, and as always, stay tactical.